The house was quiet when they told me to leave. My wife's voice, sharp, metallic, cut through the silence like a blade. All you do is take. You've never given this family anything. My daughter nodded beside her. Same eyes, same contempt. Maybe you should just go, Dad, if you still have any pride left. I looked at them, my family, my life's supposed purpose, and for the first time, I didn't argue. Pride wasn't what they stripped from me. It was belonging. I packed a single suitcase. No one stopped me. As I stepped out, my wife's reflection in the glass door looked almost relieved. 2 months later, the silence broke again. My daughter called first, voice trembling through the static. Dad, why did the tuition payments stop? Then my wife, the CEO, cold fury behind her words. I just lost the company. Why did you pull out your shares? I stared at the messages lighting my phone and typed only 7 words. Thought I never gave this family anything. Then turned the phone face down and poured myself another glass of scotch. It hadn't started with the yelling. No. Betrayal begins quietly. Small glances, missed dinners, laughter from behind locked office doors. The subtle change in how she said my name, like it was a burden she was too tired to carry. At first, I thought she was exhausted. The company had grown fast. Long hours, endless meetings. Then the late-night calls began. Work, she said. But work doesn't make you whisper. It doesn't make you smile at your phone and hide the screen when someone walks by. I tried to rationalize, to believe she still saw me as more than a fading accessory. But truth has a smell. Cold, metallic, unmistakable. It lingered on her. One night I walked into her study. Papers scattered, a single photo face down on the desk. I lifted it. Us, years ago, smiling. Her handwriting on the back read, "For the man I once loved." Once. That single word rotted something inside me. I didn't speak, didn't accuse. But the silence between us began to hum, low, dangerous, waiting. I became meticulous, quietly invisible. While she boasted in boardrooms, I combed through her life with surgical patience. Bank statements, company transfers, travel logs. She'd been careful, but not careful enough. There were dinners billed as client meetings, hotels under the name Evan Rhodes, her new business partner. I'd met him once. Perfect smile, firm handshake. The kind of man who thinks power is charm. He spoke to me like I was furniture. My wife had laughed. DNA tests? No, that wasn't my wound. My daughter was mine. I'd seen enough of my own quiet in her eyes. But she was learning from her mother how to look at me like I was small. I watched, listened, waited. I had been her financial shadow for years, funding her empire, building her stage. She had forgotten where the money came from. That was my advantage. So I began pulling the threads, small, silent withdrawals. I sold my shares under a different entity, cashed out everything tied to her name. Each transfer was a step backward from the fire. Each number removed was oxygen stolen from her world. The truth came in 2 moments. First, a bank notification she never saw. Her account frozen, her liquidity gone, her empire quietly collapsing beneath her polished heels. Second, the message from Evan Rhodes. A screenshot forwarded accidentally. His email to another woman. She's almost done. Once her husband's money's drained, I'll move on. She's just a means to an end. That night, she came home late. I was waiting. I handed her the printed email, face blank. No accusations, no shouting, just the truth, folded neatly like a gift she didn't want to open. Her fingers trembled as she read. Then her voice cracked, how did you? I just watched her fall apart in silence. Say something, she whispered. I already did, I said softly. 2 months ago. She didn't understand at first. Then realization hit, Sharp and final. Her company's collapse, the frozen accounts, the missing shares. Her empire had been built on my foundation, and I had quietly removed it. 2 weeks later, I received an invitation. Thanksgiving dinner. From my daughter. Mom's been having a hard time. Maybe you could come. Help her feel normal again. Normal. Then her daughter-in-law, Evan's cousin, ironically, called. If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes. I smiled. Enjoy, I said. That night I posted a photo, accidental, supposedly. The Swiss villa, the view overlooking the lake, a glass of wine catching the sunset. 71 missed calls by morning, first from my daughter, then my wife, then silence. They finally realized what they had thrown away, what they'd mocked as nothing. It wasn't revenge, not exactly, it was arithmetic. I gave them what they asked for, life without me, and took with me what they never understood, value. Switzerland is quiet in winter. Snow erases everything, the roads, the noise, the past. Sometimes I watch the lake freeze over and think of that night I left. Her voice still echoes somewhere deep, muffled by distance and time. But there's no anger left, only clarity. They mistook silence for weakness. They forgot that calm men are not harmless, they're calculating. I don't reply to the messages anymore. Their desperation is the sound of balance restored. I close the blinds, pour another drink, and let the silence return. Peace doesn't roar, it whispers. And as the snow falls outside my window, I finally understand. I didn't lose them, I released them.